All right, guys, we're going to start in about 1 minute. I'm just going to talk a little bit. Again, I appreciate everybody kind of adapting to this online type of training for the time being. I do have some students that feel comfortable coming in and doing some training at a distance with no contact, just coaching, and that's working out well. So again, I hope everybody's happy and healthy. My goal for these online trainings is to give us all a workout, move around, be healthy, have some fun, give you guys something to practice. And again, if you have any questions or comments, please hit me up on the email afterwards, and I'll do the best I can to kind of modify this. So my plan is to do a half hour twice a day. This is the trial run. Today we're going to concentrate on a warm-up, which will be some moving around, just like we do in class. Then we're going to kind of break down straight punches, do some drills, jab, cross, and then we're going to do choke from the front, two-handed pluck, and then we'll see where we finish that. So first thing I want everybody to do is to get into their passive stance. We're going to do a little bit of warm-up, so let's go 30 seconds of jumping jacks. Go. Okay, so 30 seconds of jumping jacks. Now we're gonna go 30 seconds of body weight squats. You know me, I like to pretend like I have that barbell on my shoulders, and it's a stretch. I'm sinking down into my heels and kind of driving up. Just a stretch, nice and light. Get ourselves moving. Okay, from here, let's go back to our jacks, 15 seconds. Okay, I have, if you can, tilt the camera down a bit. I like that idea. Focus on the form. Kind of move back a little. Now you can see my feet, I appreciate that. So let's go into 15 seconds of squats. Keep warming up. Okay, good, so just kind of shake it out. It's not going to be a super hard workout. It's more of a trial type thing to see how this goes. So let's talk about our passive stance. This is where we usually get attacked from. I'm not ready. So we can use this to go into our fighting stance. So as a righty, I'll take one natural step forward with my left foot. If I'm a lefty, one natural step forward with my right foot. So as a righty, I'm going to tuck my chin, bend my knees, push my pelvis forward. I'm going to tuck my chin, bring my hands up to my face. Weight's about equal, so I want my knuckles into my cheekbones, chin tucked. I want to be compact, elbows in. So we'll start from a passive stance. We'll go to a fighting stance as a righty. One natural step forward, like you're being pushed a little. Tuck your chin. Hands up to your face, bend your knees, kick your pelvis forward. Back heel is up, slightly off the ground. Back heel slightly off the ground. Weight's about even, if anything, a little bit more on my front foot. Passive, fighting. Okay, let's do that together. We're going to start our passive stance. I'm going to say passive, fighting. So we're going to transition together. from the passive stance into the fighting stance. So passive, where I am fighting. Transition, chin tucked, eyes up. Passive, fighting. Passive, fighting. All right. So, I appreciate you guys commenting along. I miss everybody too. Thank you. We're going to get back there. So let's go back to the passive fighting for about another 10 seconds. Everybody passive, fighting. Good. So now from here, we're going to move forward and backward, side to side, still kind of warming up. So passive, fighting. So everybody kind of lock into that fighting stance. Now from here, we're going to just use the weight on the back ball of the foot. Remember, the back heel's up, so the weight's on the ball. I'm going to move, just push forward one step. Forward. Now here, I'm going to take a quick look over my shoulder, not sticking there, and move back in the same way. So the back foot leads, front foot leads. So let's do that together for 30 seconds. Forward, back. Forward, back. Forward, back. Now just kind of do it on your own. Nice and light. Remember, every now and then, you want to take a peek in the direction that you're going. Stay light on your feet. Okay, great. And what I want to concentrate on, try to keep your hands in fists. Everything is the same, chin tucked, and good. So now we're going to move side to side. So moving to my left is going to be just like moving forward. I'm taking the weight on the back ball of my foot, and I'm working with the camera here. And I'm just pushing off, moving left. Moving to the right is like moving backwards. I'm taking the weight on the front ball of my foot and moving to the right. So everybody, let's start in that passive stance. We'll try to kind of roll everything together. Passive, fighting. Okay, now from here, we're going to move left and right. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, now still warming up on your own. Just nice and light. Moving left and right. Every now and then, take a look with your eyes, direction you're going. If you feel like you have to adjust, try not to look down. It's a bad habit, one that I've had to break over the years, try to be perfect, and just let your body kind of adjust. Okay, good. So from here, now we're going to roll this whole movement together. We're going to go forward, backward, side, side. So let's do that together, starting from the passive. Passive stance, feet shoulder width. Fighting, I'm in my fighting stance, hands up. Knuckles are in. So we're going to go forward, backward, side, side together. On the call. Forward, backward, left, right. So side to side will be left and right for now. Forward, backward, left, right, forward, backward, left, right. Good. So now shake it out for a second. Get a sip of water if you need it. I'm starting to get a little bit warm here, so I'm going to pop this jacket off. And again, remember, the goal of this is to keep us together. Give us right now in this lesson basics to work on. And as this hopefully progresses and takes off as far as the lessons go, we'll amp it up a little with our overall goal of looking forward to getting back together in the same room. Okay, so now we're going to add a level change to this. So level change is just basically going to be a squat in your fighting stance. Just going to kind of squat down. So we're going to start it right from the beginning. Passive stance, fighting. Now we're going to go forward, backward, left, right, level change, like I'm ducking under a punch. So from the fighting stance, let's do that slowly together. Forward, backward, left, right, level change. From here, forward, backward, left, right, level change. One more time, then we'll do it by ourselves. Forward, backward, left, right, level change. Good, shake it out. So now, we're gonna go 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Forward, backward, side, side, level change on our own. As fast or as slow as you want. Reminder, this is just an initial immersion into this type of training. Trying to get the bugs worked out. And it will get more exciting as we move along. Ready, go. Forward, backward, side, side, level change. Forward, backward, side, side, level change. On your own now. I'm trying to concentrate on everything. Keep my elbows in, my hands up. If I miss one, I get it next time. And time, good. Everybody grab a quick sip of water. We're gonna rock into our straight punches, starting with the jab. Starting in about 15 seconds. Okay, so just a quick explanation of what we're gonna do. We're gonna start out with the jab. I'll demonstrate a little bit first. So remember, straight punches are straight punches. They're straight line. Something that somebody with my build or a little bit bigger really has to work on. We want to lift that elbow up. I don't want to lift that elbow up, but we want to. We're going to work on not doing that. So everybody from your passive stance, fighting. So your lead hand's going to be your jab hand or your lead punch. And as you take a little step, I want everybody just to take a little step with their front foot, almost like a little tap step forward. Now, take that lead arm, extend it completely like you're grabbing a steering wheel. Don't turn your fists over, that's ring fighters. We want to lead with these two knuckles, not these two knuckles. These two knuckles, and I don't want to turn and break this. So let's everybody do that. Fighting stance, take a little tap step with the left foot, turn that front hip, turn that rear foot out to open your hip, and just kind of freeze at the end right now. That's what we want. Elbow's almost scraping your side when it comes in, not coming up first. That's not a straight punch. That's how you would start a hook. So now, from fighting, tap step forward, rotate your hips, and extend that out like you're grabbing a steering wheel. That's the jab, or the lead straight punch, as I like to call it. Jab sometimes and first, try to get inside, probe, create some opportunity. We want to hit as hard as we can all the time, right? We're a street system. All right, so now from here, let's try to put that step and the punch together. Now when I hit the end of the punch now, I'm going to bring it back like a tennis ball hitting a wall. So my fist is like a tennis ball. As I step, pop, and I bring it right back. That whole time, my hips and my shoulders are also opening. I step, pop, and I bring it right back. I saw my elbow come up a little on that. Big deal, I'm not a professional fighter. But I don't want to do that, right? I want to continue to strive to keep it in. I'm aiming for my own face in the mirror or whatever shadow you have in front of you. So now let's just jab together. When I call jab, we'll jab. Jab! Jab! Hands are up into my cheekbones. If I start to do this, I recognize, I bring it in. Chin is tucked. Shoulders over the hips, no leaning forward. Jab! jab. Okay, so real simple. First straight punch we're working on today is that simple jab, right? And listen, we do our black belt training. My good friend Dennis Amato, co-owner of the school, one of my top mentors. What do we work on? This stuff, the basics, all the time, because that's what our foundation is built on. We build up from the foundation. The foundation starts to crumble, we go and fix it. All right, let's work on that right punch now. So from our passive stance, we'll get into that fighting stance. So the right punch, or if I was a lefty, it would be my left punch. Hips are square. So from my right stance, as I'm a natural righty, all I want you to do is think about the back hip and the back ball of your foot. So as I punch, it's the same motion, but look, I'm rolling over on the ball of my foot and I'm opening that hip. So let's just do that right now in place. We won't get too much into fancy footwork today. My chin starts, I'm aiming at my own nose, or the nose of the shadow in front of me. As I punch, I rotate my hip and I send those two knuckles out. These two knuckles right here at my target. So let's do that together. When I say right punch, just rotate and send it out and hold it at the end. Right punch, chin stays tucked. Cheek to shoulder, I'm protected. Bring it back. Right punch. Bring it back. Watch when I bring it back, it's a straight line, it's all straight. Comes back the same way it went out. I don't do this and this. This hand stays up. Right punch and back. Okay, so now think of that right hand as a tennis ball. When it gets out to the end, it's gonna bounce off the wall and come back. So when I say right punch, same thing. I snap it out there and I bring it right back in a straight line as hard as I can. No leaving it out at the end. So from our passive stance, let's get into that fighting stance. When I say right punch, it'll look like that. Punching myself in my shadow, or my image in the mirror. Reflection, rather. Right punch! Boom. If you're a lefty and I say right punch, just modify it. You know it's your strong punch is your left side, so just use your left side. Right punch! Boom. Or also, as everybody knows here, I can say cross. It might be a little bit easier for some people to understand. So my cross is my right. A lefty's cross would be their left. Right punch! Shake it out. Just kind of feel your balance. Right punch! Right punch! One more time. Right punch! All right, good job. So now, a little bit of movement. We have the left punch or the jab. You have the right cross now. We're going to put them together. So take 5 seconds, get some water. Kind of hang out. Shake it out. Try to think positive thoughts in this time of crisis. I know we all have them. We're trying to push them out. We've never seen anything like this. All right, so let's rock and roll back into our passive stance. And let's bring everything together now. Fighting stance. All right, so now let's just do a little bit of work on punching and the footwork. So as I throw the jab, I step forward, just a little stomp step, and I allow myself to set my hip, sending those knuckles out. Now as I throw the right, I'm going to take an equal stop step just to close my stance that was open by the jab. And I throw that out. So I don't want to step and then step all the way through. I always want to be in my stance. So let's keep our hands up, and we're just going to do a little bit of footwork before we get into the punching. So from our fighting stance, our hands are going to stay up, no punching. Little tap step forward with the left, little tap with the right. Now, take the right foot, step back, tap step, left foot, step back, tap step. So when I say step left, you tap, step right, you tap and close your stance. That was opened by stepping forward with the left. It's pretty easy. Then our hands are gonna follow that sequence. Okay, adjust the footwork. Step left, step right. Now, step back with the right, step back with the left. Right back to your fighting stance. Step left, step right. Tiny. Step left, step right. That's what it looks like. Okay, now from here, I don't even really care about your hands right now. Just keep them up because that's always a good habit. I just want you to step, step, forward, step, step back. Chin tuck, thighs up. Let's do this for 30 seconds. Then we'll add the punches. You can kind of slow down, catch your balance without looking down at your feet. Because remember, at some point you're going to spar, and looking down at your feet equates what? Knockout. So here, if I'm a lefty doing this drill, right forward, left back, right back. Back to my orthodox stance, 5 seconds. Good, so now I'm gonna step forward with that little left tap. I'm gonna throw the left punch. I'm gonna close my stance with the right tap and throw the right punch. So it looks like this. Step punch, step punch. Step punch, step punch. Hips, shoulders the whole time. Okay, so on your own now, or on our own, for about 30 seconds or so. So try to push a lot into one time frame. Step left punch, step right punch. My hands come back, straight lines, right to my face. Left, right, back. Left, right, back. Little steps. Step left punch, step right punch. Step right back, step left back. I'm back to square. If I start to lean, I do that. Oh, nice and tight, go. 30 seconds. Can shake it out. Remember, I can't see what you're doing, so you can pretty much do anything, right? But relax and have a good time today. Straight lines. Okay, so now we're gonna go 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. Step in, 2. Step back, 4. Step back, 6. Okay, let's do that on your own. 2, 4, 6. And those are the glitches of Facebook Live. Right back with you. Okay, 2, 4, 6. On your own. 2, 4, fast. 6, 2, 4, 6. On your own. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. And time. Pretty simple lesson on the straight punches today, but a lot of detail. So we have about 5 minutes left, and as we usually do, we're gonna finish with our self-defense. So I'll probably do this from 3 angles, straight on, left and right. So now, we have to shadow box if we don't have a partner. So I'm gonna shadow box being choked from the front, 2-handed pluck with groin access. We're gonna make it super simple today. Pluck, kick to the groin, and I get out. Simple white belt level. So let me go kind of fast a few times at all the angles. We'll talk about it. Oh. So what am I doing there? I'm simulating. 2 hands around my throat. I recognize good situational awareness that the person has their groin open. First thing I do, gonna work upper body. You know, you probably can't see my feet. We'll get there. 1, tuck my chin, starts to open my airway. Let's do that 5 times each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, next, tuck my chin. I dive in to attack their thumb and their wrist, not up on the forearm. Not up on the forearm. My fingers want to be together. I don't want to go right to the wrist. I want to create some space inside. From here, my chin's tucked. I pluck out, up, and down while sending my chest forward. These fists on my hands signify trap in the hands. Let's do that together. 1, tuck your chin. 2, hands come up to the threat. 3, I pluck out, up, and down. And I trap. Notice my chin is still tucked. I don't want to catch a headbutt. So on your own now. 1, 2, 3. Shortly, we're going to add that simultaneous groin kick. So give me 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Ten seconds. Remember, you can never have enough reps. I'll go back to what I said earlier in the lesson. We do our black belt training, we go back to the foundation. We do a lot of the self-defense. Right back to level 1, because remember, as you move higher, you practice higher level stuff, which based on the foundation, bases off the foundation, but you don't do it as much. We always have to go back and practice it. I practice this almost every day. Believe it or not, even before I get changed in the morning. A couple of these, couple of choke from the sides. It's constant, constant. Training is constant. Okay, from here, let's add that groin kick now. It's gonna be super simple. 1, we tuck our chin. 2, my hands come up now. As my hands start to move towards the threat, I see the feet are open, and I start to kick now. Why do I do that? Listen, if there's any tension left on my throat as I'm plucking, I want them to loosen their hands. This is all based on the body's natural instinct. This is kind of the reverse. I get choked, my hands come up. I'm choking somebody. I'm concentrating on this. All of a sudden, oh, the pain goes down there. My hands are going to want to move to that pain. That's what it's all about. Body's natural reaction. Okay. This is it now. We'll do this a couple times and we'll go full speed and wrap it up. So together, passive stance. 1, tuck the chin. 2, hands up, diving in. Think you're at the thumbs and the wrist. 3, you're going to pluck out, up and down. Boom, stick your chest forward and kick at the same time. Again, 1, tuck your chin. 2, hands up in the middle. 3 and 4, pluck, and kick. Okay, on your own, I want you to shadow box that. Then we'll go fast at the end. I want you to listen to me while you're doing it, but just continue to train. So remember, the pluck has to come outward and kind of up a little and down to clear those thumbs. We can't come straight down because that will work against us. The thumbs are in the way of our defense. I have to clear those thumbs. About another 10 seconds, we're going to wrap it up. Okay, so catch your breath. Anybody that knows me knows I'm always glued to a cup of coffee. Today's the fancy stuff, McDonald's. I'll take a couple of sips of those. It's just as good. Okay, From here now. Tuck, pluck, groin kick. Tuck, pluck, groin kick. Go. 30 seconds on your own. Listen to me. Remember to tuck that chin first. The groin kick comes with the shoelace area, not straight in with the toes or with your shin, and you're driving up through their body, not just meeting the target, which is the groin. And today, nothing fancy, right? Just simple level technique. All right, so at the end of every class, we're going to have a bonus drill. And today just means we're going to put everything together. So your bonus drill that I'm going to give you, you can conclude it after we come off. This kind of wraps everything together. So from here, you're going to passive stance. Fighting, you're going to move forward, backward, side, side. 2 punches, 4 punches, 6 punches. Level change, passive, boom. And into the groin kick. One more time. Passive, fighting, forward, backward, left, right, 2, 4, 6. Level change, passive, groin kick. Okay, it's pretty tough to move around for a half hour. I had a bunch of private lessons today. Thank you to everybody that came in and did the social distance training that practiced good habits. Stay in touch, send your comments, stay in touch on Facebook. Let's train and get through this together. My love and best wishes for help goes out to everybody, all the students and their families. And I'm hoping to do 2 classes starting tomorrow, so stay tuned. Have a great day. Thank you.